if you compare where we are today compared to late 90s, early 2000, right? We've gone from an environment where most of the, I would say, intellectual work and a lot of the work was done within pharma.
Right.
So it was really at the latter stages things going to CRO. So most of the work was being done in pharma. Also in an environment that a lot of the funding was pretty loose for most companies. So it was a concept of, sometimes companies would bring a technology for the sake of just having the technology.
Well, that's before
right?
patents.
And also, if you look at the regulatory requirements, the regulatory requirements, you would admit today, they're definitely more complicated, more requirements compared to a decade or a couple decades ago, right? So those three factors today, I think the way we all, or the industry, thinks about what type of a platform or technology introduce, when to introduce it, how much they want to invest in it versus, what am I going to get out of it, right? It has changed. It's just, I think we are at an interesting sector right now as what will happen over the next few years. I think you mentioned sensitivity. We'll keep talking about sensitivity. And for me, I just want to stay like an example you brought up the PK. For me, I think the answer I was going to give was it depends, right? Because for one PK profile, it may dictate that you need the sensitivity and a wide dynamic range because your sample is going to be all over. For another technology, might be that you're actually getting a lot of the things at the lower part of the curve, so you just want to have a technology that shifts that curve from right to left, so you get the samples in the middle of the sample, right? So is that assay robustness or is it sensitivity, right? So I think there's so many factors, and as I'm just listening to everybody, every time I listen to an answer, I want to say like it depends. That's what that comes to mind.
Right.